Hi internet. It's Friday, which means I've got me, Maddie. I'm just gonna move my chair. We're not actually in a different room this time. I was gonna say we're in yet another different room, but we're not. We've just got a different background because I'm not on my desk, because my desk is covered in crap, because I'm too lazy to tidy it up. I'm gonna apologise for the absence. 3 weeks I haven't posted. So the first week it was because we didn't think of a topic because we're shit and we're lazy. Then the first 2 days of the week didn't post because of unavoidable issues. Aria had hurricane issues, so you know she's forgiven. Last week I recorded once, but it was crappy because I was in a really bad mood and you could tell, and I was like, no, I can't post that. So I was going to record again, and then I had an argument and I had to go to bed, and I was like, no. So we're back. Maddie's back. Not that anyone cares. So this week's topic came from my lovely list that I've generated, because we're always so crap with topics, so every time I think of something I just write it down. This week's topic is 10 things that we would change about ourselves. I could go on for like 10 years about things that I would like to change, so I made myself a list so I don't digress. Oh, there's my list. So the first thing is that I would like to be skinnier. Now, before people start shouting at their screens, because I tend to have people go, no, you don't need to get skinny, you're tiny. There is a difference between being short and actually being skinny. I'm not a massive person. If we have a look, I'm not massive. I've got a little jumper on at the moment. I'm not actually big at all. But it's my body and I'd like to be a size smaller. I'm a size 8 and I'd rather be a size 6, because given my height, I could be either and still be healthy. It's not necessarily that I want to lose weight, because I actually know what I weigh, because I stopped weighing myself because I was like, no, I'm going to give myself some sort of complex. I don't want to necessarily lose weight, I just want to drop a dress size. Simple as that. I'd like to be able to get into my old skinny jeans. So I've started eating slightly healthier. That being said, we did just have a takeaway. And me and my friend Emily are joining the school gym on Monday. Getting active. Okay, second thing, I would love to have lighter hair, purely so I could dye it or bleach it without having to bleach the fuck out of it to get it the colour I want. My hair is so dark it's practically black, and it means that I want to go blonde, like white blonde, if only so I can dye it blue afterwards. But I can't really do that because I'm going to destroy my hair. I'm going to do it anyway, but my hair is going to be like straw, so I wish I had lighter hair. I wish I wasn't so paranoid. If someone is talking and happens to glance in my direction, I will assume they are saying something bad about me. If someone does not make it completely obvious what they mean when they say that they like me or dislike me, I will freak out and be like, well, do they hate me? And it's like, if they like me, do they just like me as a friend? Do they really like me? And it's like, are they just saying that to mess with my head? I'm very paranoid about people's opinions of me, and I wish I didn't care as much. So I would stop myself being paranoid. Fourth thing I would change, my hands. I have little stubby fingers, and I hate it because I play piano. So I wish I had longer fingers and skinnier hands in general, and nicer nails as well. That would help. The fifth one's a bit of a weird one, in that I wish my torso was skinnier or longer. I kind of have like a boy's ribcage and a boy's back, and I really don't like it. I would like to have a more effeminate frame in general. So yeah, I'd change that. The sixth one, I kind of tend to, I wish I was taller. I'm 4'11", so I'm not even 5 foot yet, and I'm 16, and I'm probably not going to grow anymore, and I tend to tell people it doesn't get to me, but it really, really fucking does. So when people make short jokes, I'm like, eh, but it actually pisses me off a lot. Because it's like lots of clothes that I try on, size 8 stuff, it's designed for people of an average size 8 size, so they are taller than me, so the sleeves will be too long, or the trouser legs are too long, and I have to get stuff adjusted, or I have to shop from like the kids section, and it pisses me off. And I'd just like to be taller. Tall people are hot. I wish I wasn't born in England. So that's another thing that I would change if I could. I would have been born in another country, because every country, like pretty much every country, speaks English anyway. And so if I was born somewhere else that doesn't speak English, I'd probably speak 2 languages by now. So I'd love to have been born in another country, possibly the Netherlands, because Flynn lives there. Number 7? 7. Number 7, I wish I was less easily distracted, because it's the reason none of my fucking work gets done. It's the reason my desk looks like this. Room looks like this all the time, because there's fucking clothes everywhere. Because instead of coming in and tidying up or doing my homework, I end up sitting there on the fucking guitar, and I get nothing done. So that was a little look at my room. I think I've already shown you my room like 4 times now. Please don't start shouting at me, internet. I'm looking at people like Johnny, who I think watches my videos, people like Flynn, people like Pete. Don't just start fucking screaming at my screen and texting me now. I wish that I was prettier in a more conventional way. I'm not saying that I'm an unattractive person, which just makes me sound really big-headed and vain. But I wish I was the sort of... It's not that people don't like me. Like, in the last month, I've had quite a few people tell me they like me, which is something very unusual for me. I've never had to deal with this situation before, so that was weird. But I wish that, like, people around me that I find attractive found me attractive. I would give anything to be a straight white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes and massive tits, basically. If I could just fit this conventional idea of what is attractive, life would be so much easier. Because unfortunately, when you're the foreign-looking gay kid who does well in school and doesn't like people and listens to alternative music, you don't really get on with people, and the popular kids throw stuff at you across the common room, and it's quite upsetting, to be honest, to have to deal with stuff like that, especially in the 21st century. Or you think people would be over it by now. That kind of leads me into my 10th thing that I would change. I wish I was less shallow, because I am the sort of person that will like someone straight away based on how they look. And I wish it wasn't true, but it is. I will automatically gravitate towards someone that in my head is better looking, I suppose. It just fits my sort of ideal in my head, and I wish it wasn't the case and that I could change it somehow, and I probably can. It's just psychological stuff, but it's hard to be a nice person. I wish I was a nice person, basically. But yeah, that's kind of my 10 things that I would change about me. So just to recap, I'd be skinnier with lighter hair, I'd be less paranoid, I would have nicer hands, I would have a skinnier torso, I'd be taller, I'd be bilingual, I'd be less distracted, I'd be prettier, and I would be less shallow. Those are my 10 things that I would change about myself. So if anyone has any way of changing those things, please let me know. It's like the skinnier bit I'm working on, but the rest of it could be difficult. Bilingual, I don't really have the time to learn another language. I'm going to go because this video is getting really long and all of my videos are really long, and I always say sorry, and I'm just like, next week's going to be the same problem. Next week you'll probably get like some 15-minute video, none of you will watch it, and I'll just sit there and I'll be like, oh. So I'm going to go listen to Ben Howard. I don't know why this song is on repeat. It must have set itself somehow. Oh, and just a point, I'm going to see the vaccines tomorrow. Very excited, going with 5 guys from school, going to be awesome. Just thought I'd let you know. See you next week, motherfuckers!